in kills in favor of TCM. Still the tower advantage is over with H2K though. Still anybody's game here. They need to make sure that TCM don't do too much with this Baron.
Yeah, if they can hold on to a couple of turrets like they did previously on the bottom lane, they're going to be looking very good. If they get one kill, they actually could probably just go straight through bottom lane, get an inhibitor turret, get an inhibitor off of that, and then take control of the game back for themselves. But finally, we're at that point, Joe, where we're starting to see some GAs come in, where Motroco finally able to pick one up. He doesn't have his Infinity Edge just yet, but he's doing quite a bit of damage. You saw him attacking Overpow in that last fight. You can see Naruterador going for Randuin's Omen. You see Jwaow with a death cap coming in. He has insane amount of damage right now. And then Oracle's picked up across the board for both teams. It's going to come down to one fight. It always seems to about 45 minutes in when you have a 70-second respawn timer. And right now TCM, they could win it if they get a perfect ace here, or they also could lose it if they get ace perfectly.
Let's see. TCM's Baron buff, that's an important thing to keep an eye on. I think at this stage you can see it's approaching halfway gone. They need to make this one count. They've secured it, they've done the hard work on that one. You've got to use it. They've started with trying to get a little bit of control over the enemy jungle, who are actually still quite a few wards down there for H2K, so they're not completely blind. That may change now though, as BarneyD with his Oracle starts to clean things out. There is a Baron by Motroco.
They have the gold lead for the first time this game too. Finally just got it.
66 to 65,000 gold. This bottom turret, they're going to give it up here, H2K. They know that they can't defend that one. But the inhib turret, that's a different matter. They have to keep that alive.
And we have still a huge CS difference between the mid laners. It was at 100 CS between Overpow and Belgianbeast. I was thinking that DFG was going to be coming in here, and if he had that item, he could blow up Belgianbeast very quickly. But with the wave clear they have of Gragas, of Corki, and you mix in a little bit of Renekton there, they should be able to hold on to this one, but it's already down about half health. They fall so quickly at this point, and they're trying to do everything they can to hold on to this, but I think if TCM just engaged on this turret, they should be able to win it.
I think so as well, and these two traps are also such a pain for H2K, who have champions that need to get in there. You can't afford to get stunned up there by those traps. There's number 3 coming down. Naruterador trying to tank up the turret to allow Motroco to get in there for a couple of auto attacks. H2K managing to chip them back there, though, is the cocoon onto Celaver. He's out of range. There is Jankos taking a big hit as well. He will safeguard out towards the rest of his team. And you see that the Baron buff has a quarter of its time remaining for TCM. That should be enough in theory here for them to finish off this turret. Naruterador is tanking it and then not responding to that one. And for good reason, Motroco, you see that those rockets coming out of Celaver in particular, barrels rolling through, very, very dangerous. They continue to hammer away. Turret, couple more hits coming in there for Motroco. Peacemaker goes through as well, but they stay on the steps here of this inhibitor turret. The Baron buff now down to about 10% remaining. There is the flag in from Naruterador. Motroco, hit the turret. You only need one more hit on this turret. As Jwaow pretty much does it for him. Motroco is going to finally take down that turret. That's going to possibly open the floodgates here. That Baron still has a little bit of time left on it. Is that the time that they need here to fight? I don't think they want to risk it. Oh, they are going to risk it. Naruterador has gone straight in there. But where's the follow-up? There is no follow-up from this one. Jwaow taking a lot of damage. Xaxus has used his ultimate. He's going to get hooked in, but he's not the target they're looking for. Q lands onto Motroco. Turret gone down in the mid lane there, actually, yeah.
TCM lost it on that one, and there's a huge wave top lane yet again, but they're fighting.
They're going for it. Jankos here going very, very low. There's a great crescendo, but Vander is going to die from that one. Belgianbeast now moves across the side. Belgianbeast is going very low, but he's still somehow alive. Finally finished off. There's a barrel to bring them all in. Corki shuts him down at least, but Motroco is still alive. He's got a Guardian Angel. They're flashing away at each other from that one. Meanwhile, at the back, Overpow is cleaning house, but can he take down Caitlyn? I'm not sure that he can. Without that ultimate, I don't think Overpow's going to have the damage to take down Motroco. Or maybe I'm just lying about that one. Half HP pretty much taken away with that single barrel. as another turret goes down. These waves are pushing heavily.
Yeah, and they stalled long enough to make that one happen. And the inhibitor now, there's a good chance that H2K could actually push and take that one down. BarneyD up at about 1 minute and 50 seconds. The bottom inhibitor turret's down to about 700 health too. And you even see Overpow pushing across the map, trying to make something happen here. Maybe get the middle inhibitor down because Naruterador is trying to defend against this. Motroco hasn't even backed yet. And with the help of Celaver, Overpow can easily take down a turret very quickly.
Motroco had 2,000 gold there headed home.
Oh, they're heading top lane. If they could pick this one up, this would be a huge win. That would really open up the potential for Baron as well. But if they get caught when you have Jwaow up in 5 seconds...
Yeah, I was going to say, this is still very, very risky. They're going to have the inhib away, though. Tell you what, Naruterador's not totally safe, but here comes Motroco. They need to back off. They need to get away from this one. Barrel comes out from Overpow. Here comes Belgianbeast. Ace in the hole will go through. Celaver will Valkyrie away. Belgianbeast has still got at least one charge left, but the Barrel will lock him back. Speaking of Baron, it comes up in less than a minute's time. What an absolutely ridiculously close game.
That was such a smart move and also almost stupid at the same time out of H2K to go for that inhibitor. But like I was saying, with that down, the bottom lane's going to be pushing, the middle lane's going to be pushing, the top lane's going to be pushing. And when the bottom inhibitor turret's already very low on life, TCM has to push that lane out very, very far. And you're already seeing a lot of wards come down, as well as an Oracle picked up for Vander here to gain control of this Baron. They can wait this out. They don't need to fight TCM here. Let the super minions push the top lane, and they could easily pull this one out.
We said it before, one big fight. We did see a fight, but it wasn't to the level of, you know, deaths that you require to get a finish.
Wasn't deadly enough.
Wasn't deadly enough. We need more death in the next one for this game to actually find a closure. Well, I wouldn't mind. Games like this are what we live for as spectators, that's for sure. H2K, they've got the wards down. That's a big thing for them. No, Naruterador's going to get knocked back from this one. He'll Cataclysm, but he gets locked up there by the Crescendo. Vander actually picking up the kill. That's Jankos, sorry. Vander. There's too many J's and V's in this one. H2K have got the first man, but can they hold off strong enough here for Baron? Jankos, he's got about 2/3 of his health remaining. There's that ward at the back of the Baron pit, which is taken down. BarneyD's going to replenish that one. It will fall instantly, though.
And look at the waves, Joe, on that mini-map. Bottom lane's pushing, top lane's pushing, middle is doing it as well, and they're just baiting them out, stalling for as long as possible. And if Naruterador didn't do that EQ combo, he probably would have still been alive right now, and this is going to hurt. TCM could lose their first Baron of the game here, as they've already been able to pick up 2. Overpow is zoning them out, and he has Motroco in a very bad position. Coming
around the back, the Baron is at less than half HP as Belgianbeast gonna go over there as well. Baron now down to 3,600. I'm gonna drop the scoreboard away from this. Give us more vision as H2K finish the Baron off. Belgianbeast, he is in danger right now. He's very, very low. And look at Gragas, he's coming around the side here. He's gonna try and lock them down. We see that Ari being chased does manage to get the charm off. Has to use the ultimate there. Wow, that was a big circle. Has to use the ultimate to actually escape from that one. But look at this. This is the target. The inhibitor turret is going down. The Nexus turrets are being taken down. This could be game here for H2K. Belgianbeast is going to manage to get away to safety. But if they fight here, they have to win this one. Otherwise, they're losing this game. And they won't be able to come back in this best of 3. There's the speed up from Sona. They take the inhib turret and the inhibitor, and now they switch over to the final one here in the mid.
And they're playing for a safe win here. They should be able to take this one down. They're tanking up to do it. As you see, Vander dropped to half-life here, and Naruterador, does he want to go for the fight? He has his ultimate up, but it's against a Baron up H2K. And now H2K gonna let all these other lanes push in here and wait for the super minions. They're not in a hurry to take this turret down just yet, and Motroco doesn't have enough traps down to really stop this from happening. His Naruterador trying to hold them off here, but it's just not enough.
Oh, that turret's still alive here. Xaxus takes a big hit. The turret survived. Somehow, it managed to hold on. Oh, Motroco, you need to move there. Barrel right next to him. Pretty sure he was probably raging there about their situation. Pretty high tense this moment, that's for sure. And they start to siege up once again on the steps. Traps coming down from Motroco. Only one auto attack from anyone.
What? Why are they?
I think they're trying to bait him out. To what, though? That's the problem. Why would they even leave their base
I guess
at
they're
this
waiting
point?
for super minions to push up bottom, too, but that turret has, like, less than a hit left. You could sneeze on it and it's falling over.
The question is, can you get in sneezing range, though? With all those traps down. There's a gap here. That's your gap, Corky. See?
Well, someone's gonna have to leave this turret. There's no way they can keep all 5 here and keep their inhibitors or their Nexus turrets alive.
Minions finally take that one down. And now they start to work their way over. They're going to get rid of the traps first of all. They don't want to step on that if they need to retreat. BarneyD, less than half HP. H2K looking for more hits as Jwaow and Belgianbeast, they're all running those elixirs at this point. Taunt lands on towards Overpow. They're going to dive. He's going to Zhonya's up from this one, but is it too late? There's a great crescendo at the back. Can they finish this one off now? They're all trapped inside the Cataclysm as they finally get released from the prison. Overpow gets charged. He's going to back away. The barrel comes down and the inhibitor will fall. H2K need to leave and leave now. Xaxus is very low. Celaver went low as well. They lost Overpow, but they took the inhib. There are 3 in... okay, that one respawned. Or did they? Yeah, they did take that one down. Because there's a super minion. Good job, Joe. That one respawning in. Bottom inhibitor did die, of course. Middle inhibit's now dying. They've taken a dragon. That's a victory in itself. We're 55 minutes into this game. If you're just joining us, it's the Intel Extreme Masters Cross-Realm Qualifier for IEM Cologne. For the amateur tournament, you wouldn't believe it watching a game like this. And we are in game number 2 of this best of 3. H2K dominated game number 1. Second game, though, been anything but a domination. Let's bring back the scoreboard. All the item slots are full, even on the supports. All right, not with full items, of course. That would be more like 105 minutes in, I suppose. But such a crazy close game. Let's have a look how long Baron's got left. Not long.
Well, Belgianbeast, that last fight, he saved it for TCM right there because he landed a charm onto Overpow, which ended up getting the kill onto him. And honestly, that would have been a really different fight if he wasn't getting locked down right there. But still, there's 2 inhibitors being down. Baron will be up in, obviously, like 3 minutes here, but H2K can still siege away if they want to. They have the ability to do it. They have the 2 lanes still pushing here, and they have the Nexus turrets very low on life. Or we're very low on life. Have regened up now.
Yes, almost back to full here. On the top side, blue buff gonna be taken away and given over this time to Renekton. I actually wouldn't mind seeing it on Sonar at this point.
That's what I was thinking as well. But you know, Renekton, he needs his mana.
Needs his manas. And yeah, 10% cooldown reduction. Bit more mana for Vander would be nice. Got a Chalice in there already, of course.
Yeah, I think he might be trying to go for a Chaos Crucible in the end, if he can pick it up. But it's going to be a long time before he can finally buy that item. Either way, the Chalice is going to help him get the extra mana regen that he's going to need. And right now, big wave pushing top lane, big wave pushing bottom.
They're split though here. This is dangerous. They need to stay together.
I think there's no way they're going to be stupid enough to get caught here. There's just no way.
You think so?
I would hope so.
You would think so. Oh, Charm was very, very close. The traps start to come down from Caitlyn. Let's get rid of the scoreboard again. We need every inch of the screen for this one. And they've kind of let this one go. They've let them start to come in. Celaver using the Valkyrie. Another inhib going to be coming up here in just a second. Can they hold on to this inhib? It's already down to half HP. Jankos steps on a trap. We'll have to go back. BarneyD going very low. Xaxus at the front there.
Nexus turrets are being hit right now, Joe.
So tense at this point. Nexus turrets are going to have to be defended as well. Naruterador, Belgianbeast, and Motroco, the 3 that are tasked with defending this inhibitor. Baron's coming up in 113. H2K want to make sure that super minions are coming through on all fronts. This inhib's down. That's the inhib opening. But we see the dive in. They've gone on towards Xaxus, though. He's not the man they want. Lee Sin has died. That will leave us in a 5v4. Can they finish off? Naruterador goes very, very low. I think back away. 55 seconds to Baron. That's longer than Lee Sin's death time. No, that's shorter, sorry, than Lee Sin's death timer at this point. So no smite would be available for it. They're going to have to play a bit of a defensive game here, H2K. There's no wards on Baron from either team at this stage. We can see that TCM are actually starting to push out to gain some positional ground back.
I'm not sure if they can even try to go for the Baron, though. If anything, they have to rush it down to keep it away from H2K because they still have Supermans pushing top and middle, and those Nexus turrets were already taking a beating in that last bit of a fight as one of them already down about half life right now. And how did Jankos die so quickly? I have no idea. He just got blown up.
He stood on a trap.
No, I mean, like, in terms of Belgianbeast didn't even use his DFG on him, and he still just blew up completely. I guess that's the burst damage that come out of Jwaow and Belgianbeast at the same time, not to mention a crit from Motroco. But This game's still not over. 58.5 minutes in here, Joe, and the gold lead is just over 1,000 at this point.
1,000 gold after almost an hour's play. Oh, Overpow. Body slam his way out there. Naruterador with the flag, just checking that Baron has not been started.
This is really iffy because all H2K has to do is just wait. Keep TCM here. Keep the vision off of the Baron, and TCM is going to have to respond. They're going to have to fight, or they're going to have to go back and defend their inhibitors and Nexus turrets and give the Baron over to H2K. This is the defining moment for TCM, and they have to make a choice.
Oh, Overpow coming in. BarneyD, is he going to go down? Wow, that was a great slice and dice on Xaxus to block the ace in the hole. And Overpow goes back through. Motroco getting a couple of auto attacks off on towards Jankos. Those lanes getting ever closer to the steps of the base in the middle and bottom lane as BarneyD is still there. And he is still very, very low. Motroco got vision here on Jankos. Does he have a sight stone? Yes, he does. I was going to say that's something he's going to need here if he's playing that forward.
And the bottom inhibitor is going to be attacked here momentarily by these minions, and you're seeing BarneyD show himself over here to defend against it, and this actually might be a sign for H2K to go for a fight.
Jwaw's top as well. Jwaow is top here, and this really does open up Baron. Half of its HP remaining. Naruterador actually going to get pushed out here by Overpow, who's got the Oracle of his own running, and this is a Baron. They can't stop this one happening. H2K picked that one up. It's 500 gold between the teams. 500 gold after 1 hour play. But H2K now have the Baron buff on. Middle inhibitor spawned. Bottom inhibitor has spawned. Can they take them down cleanly? That's the important part here. A broken fight will probably mean a prolonged game at this stage. We've already seen how very scared, to be honest, H2K have been in some cases of coming in. There was a barrel actually coming out from Xaxus, which did really nothing. They need that back.
And H2K, they had a 10,000 gold lead at one point in this game, and yet it's come back to being this close. But we do see the engage finally happening.
Yeah, but on who? Xaxus, he's going to go low. Overpow is low as well. This is bad news, actually, for H2K. There's the first kill. Xaxus is going to be low, but can they finish off Belgianbeast here at the backside? Yes, they can. Jankos going in there for that finisher, but they've lost another man. Meanwhile, Corki and Sona did manage to escape things. It's now a 4-on-3. TCM, are they going to push? They can't really afford to still.
They have 2 key members down, though. I think they could potentially go for it. They could maybe get an inhibitor down middle if they all group up and just start rushing it down. But either way, they're just going to keep the lanes pushed out. Stop the inhibitors from going down. Let them all respawn, and maybe that's their chance to move.
Oh, Jankos.
Oh, they're baiting him in here. Except that ward right there at Red Bus able to spot Motroco there.
This is really, really dangerous. We see Motroco hammering away on towards Jankos. He's just going to safeguard off. Delaying for the 20 or 30 seconds that they need to have both men back on the field. Still, the super minions push through.
And again, Overpow got caught in that fight by Belgianbeast with the charm, and you can't let that happen so many times. That is why they're losing these fights so heavily. It's because he keeps getting caught and pretty much nuked down right away. Even with the zone it doesn't even matter right now. And this just comes down to who can team fight better kind of game.
Yeah, everyone up at full item build now. Except the supports, obviously.
Yeah, they're not people.
Yeah. Wow. Sweeping statement from Jason. Supports aren't people, everyone. Vander checking out the brushes, getting the wards down. How long's left on Baron? Not that long. Less than half of that Baron buff remains. The waves continue to push through here. That's kept TCM busy in the time that they needed here, H2K, to get their members all back up and ready.
And to show you how these fights have gone, Joe, Motroco, ever since he bought that GA about 10-15 minutes ago, hasn't had it popped once. He's been so safe in all these fights. They have such a difficult time of getting into the backline against him. And they're trying to burst down Belgianbeast and Jwaow before they even consider Motroco, who has that full item build, doesn't have boots anymore. And that's what's keeping TCM, I guess, in this game as well, on top of that charm landing onto Overpow every single time. And they're trying to siege away at these inhibitors. They need to get one down if they want to have hopes to do this. But I don't really see them getting in for free.
And I think the Guardian Angels are going to start to be a problem now as well. We've got one on Naruterador and Motroco. that's 2 more people that you have to deal with in a fight.
And yeah, I'm just... Thing is, Naruterador's not even about damage anymore. It's about control. He's trying to ultimate off the backline of H2K, force maybe Celaver to use his Valkyrie, maybe force Overpow to use his Body Slam, and then just use the GA as he, you know, obviously can harass him a little bit more with some knockups, but it's all about Jwaow, Belgianbeast, and Motroco. What they've been doing, staying alive in these fights, has been keeping them in this game. And right now, the bottom lane pushing up quite heavily, the top lane pushing up as well. This might be a sign for them to push on this inhibitor finally as they see Jwaow towards the top side, but he's already rotating back down here.
Oh, Xaxus already taking a lot of damage. Jankos there, gonna get hit as well. They fire a couple of rockets, a couple of barrels get thrown in, but no one goes down. No one even below half HP at this point. Oh, Cocoon's super dangerous, and we see there the damage that comes out from those volatile spiderlings. You'd expect it with that build as well from Jwaow. They back off once again. Baron buff has now gone. Is it a case of waiting for Baron number, what, 5? 4? 4. 4?
5. 2 for 2 each team.
Baron number 5.
But what dragon is it?
Who cares?
That's the correct answer.
They're dragons.
Exactly.
So, H2K backing off. There comes the Baron timer. 2 minutes until that one comes into play. We are at 1 hour and 5 minutes into this epic game 2. We might just have a game 3 as well if TCM are able to somehow come out on top. I say somehow come out on top of this one. It's not even a one-sided game anymore.
What did Overpow sell? He sold something and picked up a Banshee's Veil, so he doesn't get charmed anymore. I'm trying to think, what item was that? It was actually his DFG he sold, because he realizes he can't get close enough to make it work anymore. So that is actually a smart pickup. He shouldn't be getting charmed anymore with this, and he should be able to apply a lot more damage in these fights, but it's still going to come down to this next Baron. I mean, there's no way either team's going to fight until that point comes.
1 minute 16. TCM are going back, and they're going to pile on wards wherever they can. That's the other problem at this stage of the game. Wards, let's think about that. I mean, yeah, your support's going to be bringing them all out. You've got Lee Sin that can ward on the other side as well. It's a lot of wards to be clearing out if you've got 2 people with Ruby Sightstones throwing them down. There are 2 Oracle Elixirs for H2K as well. Overpow going to be pushing this top lane out once again. He can't afford to get caught out of position, and we can see that Elise is actually headed up here. That's a ward clearing mission. Spiderlings block the queue. And Overpow, steady on, big man. Going alone towards that top inhibitor that has now respawned. In fact, all 3 inhibs are up. 20 seconds until Baron spawns. Are TCM going to fight for this one? Their lanes are now finally starting to gather around the midpoint of the map. Oh, Q lands over on towards that red buff. And this is such a tense moment in this game. Are they going to fight here in the jungle? They're fighting over a red buff at this point. Naruterador starting to get in close.
Why did he just use his smite to try to take the red buff away?
Well, I'm not sure.
TCM just saw that too. They could go for Baron if they wanted to, or go for the bottom inhibitor.
Oh, they're going to force a play here. They're going to force a play out of TCM. They're going top. TCM should know this. Now they do. A ward comes over from BarneyD. A ward goes back from H2K, and they reset positioning here as TCM move back to defend their base. There was a ward Overpow. You were stood right on top of it, and they're going to kick off Baron. Baron started here, the 5th Baron of this game. H2K took the last 2, but can they take what surely will be the final Baron of the game? I say surely in probably the most loosest of terms ever, considering how this one's gone so far. But no, they're going to be forced off. The blue buff is here available for Overpow. That'll be a welcome addition. And that will get picked up. Baron now, is it going to get started off by TCM? They've gained themselves ward control.
Depending on position right now, if H2K was more towards middle, they could just rush straight down middle, take the inhibitor, and then force TCM into a fight behind them, or take even more than that. I mean, yeah, you're gonna give away the Baron, but taking him down inhibitors is so much more crucial at this point. with Baron and Dragon both up. Both teams being very hesitant, but look at this bottom lane that TCM has pushing up against H2K. It could take down this inhibitor. It will take it down if H2K doesn't respond.
They have to respond. And TCM know it. They just sat there. There goes the barrel from Gragas. The Crescendo coming over as well. Can they get the kills that they need? Jwaow gonna use that Sonya's Hourglass. Meanwhile, Xaxus gonna get his GA pop from this one. Jwaow, he's gonna try and escape. Overpow uses his Sonya's at the last second, but he won't be able to go any further. Celaver is at full HP though. He's gonna come back in. Naruterador trying to control him from the back. He's gonna get his Guardian Angel pop, but the ace in the hole blocks there with a flash from Jankos. They're gonna lose Vander. That's a double kill, and only 2 men left alive here for H2K. 4 left alive for TCM. Is this the point where they win the game? They're gonna get themselves the Baron. Baron number 5 of this epic best of 3 is going to TCM. They're all gonna be very low after it, except Motroco, who's healed himself all the way back up. Again, his GA not even disturbed. They have to push with this. They have to make a big impact with this Baron.
I completely agree, and I'm curious if they're even going to be able to do it, though. I mean, they have super minions pushing bottom now. All lanes will be pushing for them, but look in the top lane currently. We do see H2K with finally a huge mini wave pushing up there, but right now with 20+ seconds left on 3 members of H2K, TCM are just straight going for it. They're taking out the turret. They're trying to get this one down, trying to get the inhibitor, and honestly, they can pick this up easily.
Are they going to try and win the game here, though? Can they win the game here? With that GA on Motroco, you might think they possibly could, but they're not going to go for it. They're backing off. The inhibitor here is taking a lot of damage. A lot of minions up there. It's a big wave, actually. And we can see that they've only just now started to back off. Jwaow going to come in here. Spiderlings will make short work of that. And that inhibitor stays alive. We've gone past 100,000 gold now in favor of TCM. 70 minutes and 36 seconds into this game. Everyone has got loads of items. Everybody's got items to sell and exchange here during cooldowns. That's the time of the game that we're at right now. A 4,000 gold lead doesn't even matter at this point, but just for reference, a blue buff for Belgianbeast and a Baron that is about to hit halfway done.
And you're seeing a big problem arise for H2K is that Overpow can't one-shot anyone anymore, not even close. And then you have Vander, who's actually been hitting, he's been hitting his crescendos, but mostly just on a 1 or 2 people. He needs to hit 3 or 4. He needs to hit the backline on a Belgianbeast, Jwaow, and Motroco if they want to have a chance. And that requires his flash and ultimately his death, but that's what has to be done. And H2K, they're just having a hard time closing this out. I'm not sure if this game's going to be over within this Baron. I think we might see Baron number 6, because if TCM are as scared as H2K was to take down inhibitors a little bit earlier on, then there's no way they're going to be able to finish off this 3rd one.
And that was TCM's problem in their last game against Millennium. And that was a lot more clear-cut than this one.
Yeah.
That was nowhere near Baron 6. Inner turret on the top lane is going to fall here. There'll be no defense put up by H2K. I'll let that one fall. A 5-man squad pushing down. There's the Baron buff for you. And it's over 50% gone. H2K set up their defense here. They need to keep these minions away completely, because TCM, just judging by past form, are going to be a little bit scared of how they make their way in. Oh, Cocoons, Charms flying in there, looking for that initial grab that they need. Naruterador has to go flying back out. H2K once again going to have to clear out the minions. More Charms, more Cocoons. A Spiderling's used for poke here. H2K still on full HP. Vander doing a good job of keeping everyone up at full HP at this point. Naruterador going to get in there. He's going to charm up on towards Jankos, who will back away. Slowly but surely that turret being hit. But look at Baron buff now. 10% left, 20% maybe max as the barrel is thrown out there by Overpow, but it's not really dented them, and that turret is going to go down. They've managed to catch Celaver here. Are they going to go for the fight? Inhibitor goes down. Shirelli's reverie pop. There goes the crescendo into the back. Well, that's not going to be enough, surely. Belgianbeast goes low. Overpow still alive, but Jankos gets sniped off in the end. The barrels go through, but they're losing an inhibitor. It's 5 versus 3 now. This surely is game for TCM. This surely is the winning moment for him. Celaver comes out. He's going to get blown to pieces by Jwaow. Overpow, who repels, who is still alive. In the meantime, the rest of TCM take down the Nexus turrets. 74 minutes in, they win the game after 5 Barons. I thought it 6. Was that the 6th? No. No, that was the 5th one. We thought we might see Baron number 6.
Right. It was a long game.
It was 5 Barons. 5 Barons. Over 100,000 gold for everyone. Close on the kills, close on the turrets. Inhibitors down all over the place. What a game. Absolutely awesome.
I would try to recap it, but I don't think I can think that far back into the first, or how the game began. But just wow. I mean, you're looking at this H2K, they had the advantage. They had 3 inhibitors down, and they still couldn't close that game down for some reason. And TCM, with the big pickup right there, they kept forcing these fights that they would come out ahead in because they were so tanky. They could deal with Gragas' damage. The crescendos needed to hit maybe a little bit more people, but fantastic game out of them. That shows they have a lot of stamina when it comes to playing, just like, you know, CLG EU, where they would drag the game out as long as possible and then keep their focus. But wow, what a game. And we still have a game 3 coming up.
We still have game 3